What happened? Our program worked with the Federal Ministry of Power and the Nigeria Electricity Regulatory Commission, or NERC, to undertake a scoping study for the development of Nigeria's first Integrated Resource Plan, or IRP. The IRP provides a planning framework to determine the resource mix for the country's long-term electricity needs. Why does this matter? Because of stakeholders' diverse interests and varied government policies, the electricity supply industry lacked a broad, cohesive strategy. After the national determined contributions were revised, and the energy transition plan signed off, there was a need to develop a plan to implement the country's low-carbon transition. The IRP harmonizes diverse factors that impact electricity supply and delivery, from government regulations and expectations, to transmission lines, as well as customer demand. It relies on country-specific data, and draws on global best practices. It is an essential tool for Nigeria to manage a just energy transition. Who benefits? The IRP brings together the Stakeholder Oversight Committee with representatives from key public and private sector agencies across the electricity supply value chain. All these parties have an interest in the IRP, as their activities have a direct bearing on the achievement of the low-carbon commitments of the National Determined Contributions and the Energy Transition Plan. Their involvement and joint ownership of the IRP development process will help align strategies and aid the long-term implementation of the plan. What did we do that made the difference? We built stakeholder consensus on developing an IRP, and rallied stakeholders to take ownership of the process, positioning the sector to follow a low-carbon pathway. We facilitated several IRP focus group awareness sessions with the wide stakeholder base, by implementing a change management process to overcome initial resistance. We then produced an assessment report outlining the readiness of the Ministry of Power to lead the development of a fit-for-purpose IRP, as well as areas where additional capacity was required. The scope and stages for preparing an IRP for Nigeria were then presented to the Ministry of Power and other stakeholders, who approved the documents. We successfully enlisted the World Bank's collaboration, which will undertake the transmission aspects of the work. We have also asked the Global Energy Alliance for People and Planet to assist. The remaining work to support IRP planning, in demand load forecasting, resource assessment, and generation plan development, is scheduled for delivery. What lessons can we learn? 1. Building consensus is key. Stakeholder engagement and influencing play an essential role in building consensus around a new idea, and will underpin its successful implementation. 2. Best practice can be applied where relevant. Regional and international best practices are useful, especially where they feature similar challenges and limitations. 3. Understanding is key to overcoming resistance to change. Resistance to change is driven often by unexpressed underlying fears. Effective advice and support involve identifying and addressing these fears.